Hey YouTube, what is going on? I have a huge update right now for Black 2 and White 2. There's a lot of information in this video and I really hope you guys enjoy it. But warning, the video contains some spoilers on the upcoming games. Not so much about the in-game stuff, kind of about what Pokemon are available. But if you don't want to spoil some of that, just kind of avoid this. I won't talk about it until towards the end. So if you see it, just kind of pause and go to a different video or something. But yeah, so first thing we're going to talk about the new MP bars. This is pretty cool. On the left, you'll see Pokemon Black, and on the right, you'll see Pokemon White. They look pretty clean, pretty crisp, pretty cool. But yeah, so just kind of something new, kind of something quick. But this is probably the biggest part, and I will name just two examples for each of these slides. But one of the biggest additions to Black 2 and White 2 are the MOVE tutors. In Driftveil City, the new moves are Gunk Shot, Ice Punch, Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, Low Kick, Dual Chop, Seed Bomb, Uproar, Super Fang, Iron Head, Signal Beam, Bounce, Drill Run, Bug Bite, and Covet. Now, this means a lot, mainly for the fact the Elemental Punch is a big deal, Dual Chop, big deal, Super Fang, big deal for walls, pretty cool. First thing I'd like to mention, I would say Fire Punch and Haxorus go together like bread and butter. I don't know, just peanut butter and jelly. That would be amazing if Haxorus got Fire Punch. DD, Earthquake, Outrage, Fire Punch. Good game. But Fire Punch would help him massacre Fortress, Skarmory, Ferrothorn, just take care of all those steel types. And I think he would really benefit. Also, Conkeldurr with Ice Punch would easily be able to take on Gliscor much easier. So yeah, those are just two examples. Moving on, more moves for the new MOVE tutors. Last Resort, Iron Defense, Magnet Rise, Magic Coat, Block, Hyper Voice, Electro Web, Icy Wind, Iron Tail, Aqua Tail, Earth Power, Zen Headbutt, Foul Play, Super Power, Gravity, Dragon Pulse, and Dark Pulse. One very quick example, not Haxorus, Hydreigon can now run Dark Pulse and Earth Power together. Normally that would have been illegal together, wouldn't be possible, but now he is able to run Earth Power to be able to smack Heatran around and maybe Magnezone, something of that nature, and Dark Pulse, for that very good stab. Pretty cool. Another example would be Honchkrow. Now, when Honchkrow got Moxie, it was a very big deal because it was able to boost his attack sky high very quickly once it took something out, and now it is able to use Superpower to take on steel types very easily, which is pretty cool. I do like the addition of that. The rest of the moves, not super huge of a deal, but definitely could open up some sets. Gravity maybe in doubles, and even a Gravity team could be pretty cool. Moving on. Even more, Bind, Snore, Heal Bell, Knockoff, Synthesis, Roost, Sky Attack, Roleplay, Heat Wave, Giga Drain, Drain Punch, Pain Split, and Tailwind. Now, all of these, for the most part, not really Bind or Snore, but everything else, seems like a pretty solid addition. Knockoff always takes care of Violite users. Synthesis, very good recovery, especially with Drought being in the metagame now. Roost, I will mention once again two Pokemon with some of these moves. Roost. Think of one Pokemon in OU. Very good defense. Very useful ability in the form of Poison Heal. His name starts with a G, ends in Gliscor. Haven't guessed it? Gliscor. Poison Heal and Roost would just be annoying as anything else. Very crazy. Very good recovery. One other thing, Giga Drain with Venusaur and Chlorophyll. Originally, Giga Drain and Chlorophyll was not legal, but now if you're running, a Life Orb, it can restore that health pretty easily with a Stab Giga Drain, which is pretty cool. And real quick, a third mention, Heat Wave with Zapdos. Now, Zapdos with Lightning Rod and Heat Wave used to be illegal. That's not the case anymore, so now you can cook Ferrothorn and any other of those bulky steel types, which is cool. So the last slide for MOVE tutors is Magic Room, Wonder Room, Spite, Recycle, Trick, Stealth Rock, Endeavor, Skill Swap, Worry Seed, Gastro Acid, Outrage, Helping Hand after you Endeavor, Sleep Talk, and Snatch. All of these are a pretty big deal. Stealth Rock probably being the biggest. thinking about the different users of Stealth Rock, could add some very good additions. One thing that does come to mind though, I know I've mentioned him a lot, but he is in a very annoying wall, and I'm only really talking about OU. I do like lower tiers, but I'm just kind of focusing on the major metagame that a lot of people focus on. Stealth Rock with Ferrothorn. Now, originally Ferrothorn was not able to run Stealth Rock, Spikes, and Leech Seed all in the same set. Wasn't possible. But now you can do that if you just run an egg, trying to get the egg move Spikes and Leech Seed. You can just teach it with Move Tutor Stealth Rock, which is awesome. But at the same time would be extremely annoying. One other thing, Sleep Talk could open up very, very many strategies for many Pokemon. Able to run some bulky sets with Rest and Sleep Talk could be a very good, could have much potential with the metagame. Last but not least, Outrage. Now, the number one Pokemon, in my opinion at least, that comes to mind when you hear the word Outrage, right now, Salamence. Now, originally when it did get Moxie, it was not able to use Dragon Dance and Outrage. Had to pick one of them and go, Dragon Dance, Dragon Claw, or just Scarf Outrage, something like that. But now it can run both, so that would be an extremely deadly sweeper. Could go Uber, I have no idea. But yeah, so moving on. Now these are the new Dream World Pokemon. I'm just going to read them off. Deerling, which must be female, gets Ring Grace. Not really a big deal, doesn't really get any moves that benefit from it. Amoonguss, NU, getting her Generator would really benefit it, being able to Spore something and then switch out, go into a sweeper to potentially set up, and getting that HP back switching out would be a pretty big deal for it. Could move it up to RU, I don't really know, but who knows. The next one, in my opinion, completely useless. Jellicent with Damp. It is a ghost type. Preventing Pokemon from using Explosion or Self-Destruct is pointless when you are already immune to the moves. Moving on, Mincino. This is very, very good. Getting Skill Link. It is now able to hit Tail Slap, Rock Blast, and Bullet Seed 5 times easily. The only downside to this is now it does not get the 50% boost from Technician for Wake Up Slap, which is very good because it would be able to take on Steel types and Rock types that would otherwise, be able to wall a good portion of its set. Moving on, Pokemon available in the game. Now this is kind of where I touched on the spoilers part. Badu, Roselia, Baltoy, Nosepass, Cleffa, Comey, Castform, Rattata, Grimer, and Zubat. All in-game, not really a huge deal, but, they're pretty cool. And also the trio is still, once again, in the game, but as you can see from the 3 pictures, they're all around Unova. Don't really know why, outside of Keldeo, they're all sitting around Unova. I don't really know why. Pretty weird, we'll find out later. But moving on, same thing. You can now get Cresselia, which is pretty cool, level 68, along with Eevee, Baneri, Rattata, once again, Pidove, Cottonee, and Petilil. Cool, Eevee is pretty cool, able to get more evolutions now in the 5th generation. Also, this is pretty cool. Each one is only for each game. Latios, exclusive to Black 2, level 68, and Latias, exclusive to White 2, level 68. Not 100% confirmed, but from what we know, it really looks like that is what is going to turn out being. Uxie, which also hints towards the trio, along with Azelf and Mesprit. Regigigas and Regirock, which also hints at the other trio of Regice, Regirock, and Registeel, along with them. And also, I'm not 100% sure on this, but Kyurem, it seems as though from the information I read, you were able to get 2, one at 55 and one at 70. The one at 70 is able to know Fusion Bolt or Fusion Flare, depending on the version you have. Of course, Fusion Bolt being Black 2 and Fusion Flare being White 2. And also Heatran, which is a strong possibility that he's going to be in the game because the information that I read said that there would be one of the characters talking about it, so that could easily hint at it. But yeah, so some new changes. This one I did like a lot. It's confirmed that the capability of selecting multiple Pokemon in the box is back. That is awesome because instead of you moving one at a time to each box, which would take forever, that was really annoying. But now you can just move a whole 30 Pokemon or just 6 of a team really fast. And also, this is pretty cool, it seems you can change between Black City and White Forest in your game by using the Unova Link feature and connecting with Black and White. You can do this repeatedly, but not if you are in the area. So that's cool. So now you kind of get the best of both games, being able to do Black City and White Forest together, which is pretty cool. So you kind of get both in one game, which is awesome. More new changes. This one, not 100% confirmed, but it is said that after completing the game, you will receive a key which will switch the game between 3 difficulties: normal, assist, which is easier, and challenge, which will make it harder. Which, you know, that sounds pretty cool, being able to get more EXP from enemies easier would be pretty cool, and would speed up the process of, you know, those of you who like to legitimately get level 100 Pokemon. That's pretty cool. Also, this is probably one of my favorite new things in here. New feature of the random matchup in tournaments prevents you from battling for a while if you disconnect on your opponent. So I normally get this a lot if I'm starting to get a sweep, or if something's going really well for me in a match. You know, in random matchup, they disconnect a lot. And if they do that, now they're penalized for it, because they won't be able to battle online for a little while, which is pretty awesome. That's something that Game Freak definitely did right. But right here, I'd just like to thank you guys for sticking with me and watching this. Kind of talking a little fast, trying to get all this information out to you guys as quick as possible. But yeah, so once again, thank you guys for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, and let me know what you guys think about these new games. Later.